Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I'm here to talk about WWE. I'm going to be doing one WWE superstar, and I'm going to talk about superstars that deserve that big push right now. So without further ado, and we're going to do a man today since I've been doing all men. Well, we're actually going to do two. We're going to do two today, and I'm looking for a female to do. All right, that makes perfect. Okay, we're gonna do two. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first person I want to talk about Ember Moon. So, so this title will be called WWE Big Push. And the reason I need to talk about Ember Moon, I feel like Ember Moon, since she's been here, she's just been advancing certain superstars' career. Ember is one beautiful African American woman that is showing us what it means to be a beautiful African American wrestler in the industry and showing us how we do it, when we do it, and everything. And I am going to say this. No one does it better than Amber Moon. I am a huge fan of Amber Moon, and I feel like it's time for her to go for the women's title belt. Now, do I feel what has been going on tonight and last week should be going down? No. Amber Moon is one dominant female wrestler, and it's no way she should not be over dominant by Tamina and Nia Jax. Now I will give those two women their props. They are good. But I feel like Amber Moon, I ain't gonna say is better, but is on the same wave level as them. The reason I will say on the same wave level is Amber, if you don't, let me just remind everybody. Before Amber Moon came to the WWE, she was better known as Athena. So if you look her up as Athena, she's much accomplished. Let me say, she's much more accomplished as Athena. And I'm just going to say this. What person would not, and I'm just saying, would not want to would not want to have her in the women's title picture. I am ready to see Amber Moon in that women's title picture. If it's not now, maybe soon down the line, because I feel like Amber Moon has everything what it takes to be a women's wrestler. Amber Moon reminds me of Jazz, but this different move. She has this beautiful half flying move. And when I think of Amber Moon reminds me of Alita a lot. I feel like she reminds me of Lita, and her wrestling style is totally different. Her For a African American woman, she reminds me of Lita. She reminds me of Lita, but she has a little bit of jazz in her. She's like that dominant force that you can be reckoned with. So moving right along, I also want to talk about Apollo Crews. We kind of sort of saw Apollo Crews a week ago. Last week. That's actually last week. Last week from the pre-recording from London, we saw that Apollo Crews kind of got a push, but he also needs more of a bigger push. Now, I can actually tell y'all, I do want to see Apollo Crews. I'm glad Apollo Crews has broken out, broken away from the Titus Worldwide. Do I feel like Apollo Crews might need to tweak his moves a little bit? His moves do need a little bit of tweaking, but and I'm gonna actually say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be talking about this guy tomorrow. I'm gonna be talking about Bobby Lashley. I feel if they decided to put Apollo Crews back in a tag team, I would want to see Apollo Crews team up with Bobby Lashley. They got both of these guys are good African American guys. They are good African American guys. They are kind of built the same, and I can see them ruling. Let's just say ruling the tag team division. Who will not want to see Bobby Lashley team up with Apollo Crews? They could be just like none other Farouk and Ron Simmons, like Farouk and Ron Simmons, Booker T and his brother. That would be another newer generation of them and thing that came up. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying Farouk and Ron sorry, not Farouk and Ron Simmons. Farouk, Ron Simmons, and Rocky Johnson. There we go. They can be just like that. But I also can see Apollo Crews being an Intercontinental Champion. That's one. Being a WWE champion if he went back to SmackDown, but also being a Universal Champion as well. I think Apollo Crews has what it takes to hold those title belts, including a Universal title belt and thing. And I just want to hear from y'all. And I think I'm gonna add a third person to this conversation as well. So we're going but as I'm going on with Apollo Crews, the question of the day with Apollo Crews is, do you think Apollo Crews deserve a bigger opportunity than what he is being given? Do Apollo Crews deserve a bigger opportunity than what he's been given? And we're going to end it. We talked about Amber Moon. We talked about Apollo Crews. I am going to talk about the first ever diva, you can say women's superstar, first ever LBG community lesbian, Sonya Deville. What can I say? Because I noticed from WrestleMania until the women's evolution, she represents the LBG community. And I have no problem with that. To me, she's one hell of a good female. And I can tell y'all one day soon, she will be a women's champion. Do I think Sonya Deville deserve a women's opportunity for that SmackDown Women's Championship? Oh, yes. Who would I want to have that title if Sonya Deville? Who would I want to have that title if Sonya Deville went for that title belt? I would want Charlotte Flair to have that title because I want to see what a match with Sonya Deville, excuse me, with Sonya Deville versus Charlotte Flair for that women's title belt, because I can see her going at it. So I mean, the question of the day when it comes to Sonya Deville, can you see Sonya Deville being the first ever WWE Women's Superstar LBG lesbian champion in the WWE? But that's one thing I always ask, and I go, Sonya deserves much more than what they're giving her. Now, having her to be Mandy's flunky, it's time to break them up in general. Because I feel like I'm saying with the Drew McIntyre situation as well, I feel like Mandy is kind of holding Sonya back. So here's Sonya and here's Mandy. And she's like, as she gets opportunities, Mandy is coming on with her. So it's like an attachment, and it's like that needs to be attached. So I really wish Paige will address something like, "Oh, Mandy, it's time for you," and da 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 and thing. But I feel like Sonya Deville has shown much versatility when it comes to her. And the question of the day: do you want to see Sonya Deville as women's champion on SmackDown? And if she ever won the women's title belt, who would you want to win it from? Okay, y'all, I gave y'all none other Apollo Crews, Ember Moon, and Sonya Deville tonight. So let me hear from y'all. And make sure you say hashtag WWE Big Push. Big Push, hashtag Apollo Crews, hashtag Amber Moon, and hashtag Sonya Deville. Till then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel.